Today on Transformer Tuesday, we got some big pre-orders and reveals to talk about. This is something that back in October of 2024 was teased to us. A Hasbro leak talked about back then in October how over the next 12 months we'd be getting a whole bunch of different collaboration reveals. Naruto, Star Wars, Sonic the Hedgehog, Batman, Hot Wheels, He-Man in the Masters Universe, and the one we're going to talk about today, the NFL, the National Football League. And a lot of those have been revealed to us already over these past couple of months, but the NFL one was vague at best. Like, oh, hey, we're going to get a whole bunch of different football stuff. How is that going to work? And Hasbro has had a really good relationship with the NFL and the Transformers brand going past well over a decade anyways. The first being in 2013 when they did a collaboration with the football player of Calvin Johnson, who was nicknamed Megatron, and they did the Nike Megatron crossover figure with the Nike brand and everything, and the football and the shoes, and they pretty much took that generation's 2013 ATB Bomber Megatron and gave it his uniform colors, put the Nike logo on it, new sculpted football accessory that it could hold. And a fun fact on the side of all of that, that was actually decoed by a fresh-faced Mark Mayer, who was at the company at the time. Funny how far he would go and where he is today within Transformers. And, we would see more of Calvin, Megatron, Johnson, and Transformers and the NFL. They would return more than a decade later and do commercials with the Transformer 1 voice cast and all kinds of great stuff. And even the NFL, they've done stuff prior to that too. They did stuff with the Rise of the Beast movie, and they would run little small events and do promotions and show stuff during that. So Hasbro's always had a really good relationship with the NFL. And now we have here today, this was sent to us from the marketing team of Hasbro, the Transformers NFL collaboration. And man, it's looking pretty good, I'll be honest. I have a lot of little things I want to talk about here. So they say here, the Hasbro and NFL unite in an epic collaboration, including Transformers converting NFL helmets of the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Green Bay Packers, and the Kansas City Chiefs. These are going to be 5.5-inch deluxe-sized figures. Now, the characters, they're giving them, their own little characters, too, for each one of these. It looks like there's only two sculpts between the four here. One that you only really see under the football helmet itself. The football helmet is removable to show the robot mode kind of face sculpt under it, and each one of them come with a football accessory. So what's going on here? Who are these characters? So we have the Dallas Cowboys Star Blitz. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers Steels Smash. We have the Green Bay Packers Tundra Prime. I'll get into that one in a moment. And the Kansas City Chiefs KC-59. So the choices for why they picked these specific teams, we'll get into that first. Three of them have to do with the fact that they just have insane Super Bowl legacies behind them. Specifically the Dallas Cowboys, the Steelers, the Green Bay Packers. Those go unquestioned. Just if you're talking like the long, almost, 75-year lineage of the Super Bowl, you're talking just a huge background with those three teams. The Green Bay Packers getting the prime out of all of them, because the Tundra Prime for the Green Bay Packers, I think why the Green Bay Packers were given that prime leadership role, because the Green Bay Packers are the most successful Super Bowl championship team out of all the other teams. So no surprise there that they get that. It's kind of like if you did that with, let's say, the Yankees with baseball, the Montreal Canadiens with hockey, and so on and so forth. So it's something where they are the prime, if you will. The Kansas City Chiefs being included in this four has a lot to do with how that team has been over the last 6 years. They've had quite a bit going on. In the last 6 years, they've made 5 Super Bowl appearances, 3 of those leading to Super Bowl championships. And no doubt when these figures were in development, like I would have to say like in 2023, if you have that 2-year lead time, that was probably them coming off of their Super Bowl victory. So that adds to them being added to this 4 here. So that's kind of why I feel that's why that's there. I mean, otherwise, why aren't, San Francisco 49ers, those are my boys. I'd like to see them put there. But, it's kind of funny that the Chiefs and the 49ers have a similar kind of color scheme of the reds and yellowish golds and stuff. So it's almost interchangeable with maybe a repro label sheet. But I'm not too worried about that because the rumors that had here was they were going to do all 32 NFL teams. And, I mean, if they milk these 2 molds and these are done in waves of 4, within 8 waves we'll have everything released at some point. And then my 49ers will, one will happen, and then I'll get my Transformer Joe Montana or Ronnie Lott or Jerry Rice or even the late, great, Dwight Clark. Like, that'll be very, very cool. So these are planned right now to be up for pre-order right now as Amazon exclusives, although they probably will be available on Hasbro Pulse in limited numbers. They are $24.99 each. Again, they are deluxe class Transformers and are planned to ship out December 15, 2025. So a really good Christmas present to get for the football Transformer fan in your life. Looking really cool. Now, I pose this to you, the audience. Who do you think Wave 2 should be of another 4? Like, what would be the 4 for Wave 2? I would say, like, and this is like half business side, half NFL legacy kind of thing. I think Chicago Bears, the New England Patriots, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I could hear in the comments already, why are you skipping over the New York Giants or the Cleveland Browns? I think that, again, this is the business side of it. I'm thinking more of you don't want to have a color wave that have stuff that match in the same wave. So when you look at something like the blues or the oranges of the Giants to the Patriots or the Chicago Bears to the Cleveland Browns, you got to have only one of those guys. And I would lean more with the Patriots over the Giants only because of their more current notoriety, which if you do a Wave 3, then we'll get Cleveland Browns and New York Giants for sure. So that's kind of my Wave 2, Chicago Bears, New England Patriots, Philadelphia Eagles, and my San Francisco 49ers. So let me know who you think your Wave 4 should be. And going back to what I was saying before, so this was something that was over a 12-month plan from Hasbro back in October of 2024. And again, Naruto, Star Wars, Sonic the Hedgehog, Batman, Hot Wheels, He-Man Masters of the Universe, and the NFL. Now, we've gotten the Naruto, we've gotten the Star Wars, we've gotten the Sonic the Hedgehog, and we've gotten multiple Hot Wheels stuff. But more specifically, we got those 2 transformable figures that were revealed to us just a couple of weeks ago. And now we have the football reveal. So all that is left right now is Batman and He-Man's Masters of the Universe. And we still have quite a few months left until October of this year when, again, this is all supposed to be revealed over a 12-month period. So I'm very curious to see what the Batman stuff is going to look like. And, of course, the He-Man stuff, again, going into that Mattel relationship. And we all know what's going on with Mattel with DC, and we all know what's going on with He-Man with Mattel. So very interesting to see what's going down and everything that's going to happen with that. Let me know what you think. Are you excited about these NFL collabs? Is football your thing? It is for me. I'm a sports guy, so I kind of dig these a lot. I'm very curious what the future waves are going to be, how they're going to put them out there. Are they going to do all 32 teams? That's very interesting. And I like that they're deluxe class. They're affordable. You know, sometimes you could have these crossover items and they end up in that $30, $40, $50, even $60 mark. So these are much more affordable, and they look like they have a ton of articulation. So that's really, really cool. So I'm down for that. A lot of cool poses. Let me know what you think. And once again, thank you for listening to the Transformer Slag podcast and keeping you educated, entertained, and informed on our beautiful Transformer hobby. And I'll talk to you in the near future.